In this video, we are going to review the Wheelspeed Primer electric scooter. We're going to unbox, assemble, go over the controls, test ride, and review the e-scooter. The Primer has a 350 watt rear hub motor with a max speed of 15 miles per hour, thumb throttle, 36 volt, 5.2 amp hour battery with a range of up to 12 miles, front drum and rear EABS brakes, 8.5 inch pneumatic tires, headlight, taillight, and weighs 28 pounds. Additional specs can be found in the description section below. This is the box that it came in. For the interest of time, I'm going to open it and put everything out on the floor. This was everything inside the box. We have the scooter with the handlebar. We have a charger. This is an Allen key tool, tire inflator extension. We have the manual, some bolts, and then this is the kickstand. It was packaged separately. This is the manual, and you can pause it anytime if you want to see this in detail. The first thing we'll do is install the kickstand. We only need 2 bolts, but it comes with 3. Now that we have the kickstand on, we can lean this over. Next, we can install the handlebar. Just want to make sure that this cable is connected. You can feed it through the tube and then slide this into place. It's easier to assemble if you have the stem sticking upwards. So we'll take 4 screws, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. 6 are provided. And then we'll take our Allen key tool to tighten all of them. There's a latch in the back to connect the handlebar to the rear fender. That way you can lift the entire scooter up. To release it, you would push it down and pull the handlebar up, and then if you want to attach it, just slide it down and it connects. This is the connection at the front. You would lift this forward and pull the lever back, and this locks in place. In order to release it, you can't just pull this outwards. There's a tab that you need to pull up and then pull this down, and then you can pull the stem back down. This is the charging port right here. There's a piece of rubber that covers it, and there's magnets. So when you release it, it automatically closes in that position. You can also pull it and put it to the side. This is the plug that attaches to the scooter, and then the other end you plug into the outlet. The light is red. After it's fully charged, it'll turn green. It says it takes about 4 hours. I'll leave this charging. On the handlebar, there were instructions to assemble the handlebar and also the kickstand. We also have the button layout. There is a power button over here, the throttle, the speed increase button, cruise control, speed reduction button, headlight, a horn button is down here. The back side of this has the status indicator, current speed, the gear display, total mileage, and battery power display. Zooming in, it says the default password is 0000. After modifying your password, please take a photo. So let's take that off. I already pressed and held the power button, so I'm stuck on the screen, so the default password is 0000. I think if I press the up and down buttons, it changes the numbers. So by default, I'm just going to do 0. Next, we press power. 0, 0, 0. We got into the scooter. This is the status indicator on the top. There's different modes. This is the speed, the gear display, total mileage, and then the battery power. You can change it from miles per hour to kilometer per hour by pressing the power button 4 times. So it changed to kilometers per hour. I'm going to change it back. Here we have the gear display. On E, it provides a max speed of 10 miles per hour. I can't push the throttle right now because zero start is disabled. I'll show you how to enable that in a second. If I press up, it goes to D. This provides a max speed of 15 miles per hour. And then if I press down, it goes to this pedestrian walk mode, which provides 3 miles per hour of speed, and also turns the light on. I can't seem to turn it off by pressing the light button. But if I go to E mode, it turns off. To turn the light on, you press this button. To enable zero start, you press and hold the plus and minus button for 3 seconds. And then you hear that beep. I can push the throttle, and it provides 10 miles per hour of speed. If I press up, it provides that 15. And then if I go to pedestrian, it's the 3 miles per hour. Down here where it says 0 mile, that's the single ride mileage. To see the total mileage, you would press the power button 3 times. And then this is the total mileage on the vehicle. This is the battery level. In order to enable cruise mode, you would hold the throttle and press the cruise button. So if I let go of the throttle, it's holding 5 miles per hour. I can either press the cruise button again or press the brake lever to disable it. I can also press the up and down buttons to change the speed. And that disables it. In order to disable the password, you press and hold the cruise button and then press the power button 6 times. And then if it says 1, the password is enabled. Press the down button to disable it. Press the up button if you want to re-enable it. I'm going to try disabling it. I'll press the power button. I guess I have to hold it. And it powers off. If I turn it back on, I don't have to put in the password. To change the password, you would press and hold the cruise button and then quick press the power button 3 times. But because I have the password disabled, it doesn't seem to do it. So let me set the password back on, press and holding this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to turn the password back on. So the default password was 0, 0, 0, 0. Let me press and hold the cruise button, press this 3 times, and then I can set the password. So let's say 1, let me just do 1111. It flashes 3 times, then it goes back to the main menu. If I turn it off, press and hold the power button, and turn it back on, I have to put in the new password. And it works. I'm going to change it back to 0000. And at the same time, I'm also going to disable the password. The horn is right here. And in order to turn it off, you press and hold the power button. Right now I'm going to test the acceleration and max speed in each gear. First one we have is the pedestrian mode. So let me just go. And it's saying we're getting 3 miles per hour. And it's just holding that steadily. Let me come to a stop. Let's go to the E mode. And we hit 10 miles per hour, and this is the max speed for that gear. Coming to a stop. The next one we have is the D mode. And we hit 15 miles per hour, and that is the top speed. and we can come to a stop. I'm going to show you guys the cruise control. In order to turn the cruise control on, you hold a certain speed, press this cruise button, and if you hear that beep, it holds that speed steadily. You can also decrease the speed by pressing the down button, or increasing the speed by pressing that button. In order to stop, you can either press the cruise button, you can also press the brake. Right now I'm going to test the brakes. I'm going to hit the max speed and slam on the brakes. It's not a scientific method, but it's a very quick way of comparing different scooters and e-bikes. So 15 miles per hour, I'm going to slam the brakes behind this truck. And I stopped about 10 feet away right before the wheels. I'll try that again. So we hit 15 miles per hour behind this car, and we stopped right before the front wheels. That's about 10 feet or so. I'm going to scoot around and give you my thoughts. I think this is a very good scooter. It feels very solidly built. I would say it actually feels better built than the WS1 that I previously reviewed in a different video. Something about the build quality, it just seems like they made it better, or that this model's frame just feels more solid. The steering is very predictable. It feels very smooth. The tires are smooth, and it's nice that they included this control, like 4-button, 5-button control. There's actually a horn here. This controller is interesting because other ones usually have a power plus and minus button, and then you hold a button to turn on the headlight and another button to turn on cruise control, but it's all laid out there. The headlight button's on the right side. You can increase and decrease the speed when using cruise control, which is very unique. Other scooters, you just hold the speed, press the cruise control button, and it holds that current speed, but this one you can actually increase and decrease the cruise speed like a car. The headlight is also adjustable. There is a flashing tail light when you're braking. Brakes are good. It has a drum brake, I believe, and it's able to stop, and it's very light as well. If you're in a market for a scooter, I suggest that you check this one out as well. I would say the thing that stands out about this one is the cruise control functionality, that you can increase and decrease it. The brakes also work well, and it feels very smooth. Also, the fact that you're able to set a password to start the scooter is very nice. A lot of the other scooters do not have a password set. Someone could just take the scooter and leave off with it, but at least this, you have a layer of protection if you want to leave that password option on. If you turn on the scooter and you do not enter the correct password, and if you move the wheel half a rotation, the alarm will start going off. Let me show you the alarm function. So I didn't enter the password. The motor actually locks in place, and there's that beeping noise. Please like this video if you found it helpful. Feel free to leave a question or a comment in the comment section below, and if you want to see more videos like this, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. So thank you guys for watching, and take care.